Reverend Evan Sackett, as you can guess. You know, here lately I've been reviewing a lot over the past, present, and the future. I like to talk to people about their past experiences and things that they have gone through in their life, and you know, it's amazing what you realize what people have gone through. I mean, let me give you some advice. The next time you start thinking that your life is going to hell and that you've suffered more than anyone else, just go talk to somebody. I mean, some random person that you've never even met. Well, I don't know if they tell you, or a friend, anybody, somebody you don't really know that well, and start kind of talking to them about their life, and you'll realize that sometimes, or most of the time, as a matter of fact, your problems pale in comparison. I mean, they pale in comparison to theirs. And it's the truth. And you realize that life is just, God, it's a rocky road for all of us. That's understating it. I mean, it's like life is supposed to be miserable. No matter what you do, things just don't seem to work out. And it seems, we think that it works out better for others but it really doesn't. It seems like it's all a mathematical equation. It's like everyone has to experience a certain amount of pain in their life. It's like we all have to go through it. It's just that we go through it at different times. Have you ever noticed sometimes those kids you went to school with, the ones that were popular and beautiful and lived up to the hype. They were everything you wanted to be. Have you ever taken a look at them like 10, 15 years after high school graduation and seen how they ended up? Well, I have. And I'll tell you, the most beautiful girl in the school will rapidly become the ugliest girl you've ever seen. And guess what happens to the ugliest girl in the school? She becomes very beautiful. Wait till you go to your high school reunion. If you have just recently graduated from school, go to a high school reunion in about 15 years. You'll see what I mean. And we don't realize that this shit's been going on for centuries. But until it actually happens in our own life, it's like a major experience that we want to get up on a rooftop and shout about. And we realize that, hey, it's been like that for a while. Just because you're just now experiencing it doesn't mean it hasn't been around. I know I talk kind of randomly about things, but lately I've just had a lot of time I've always got a lot of time to think. But sometimes when I'm driving home at night and I'm looking into the distance, past the mountains and into the moonlight, it makes me think about the past, the friends I had that are gone now. I need more than the fingers on my hands to count the friends I know that are dead, and I'm only 25. And that's the thing about this town. And I don't think it's like this everywhere, because this town that I grew up in is rampant with drugs. Every single one of them died of a drug overdose. Some of them were suicides, some of them were accidental. But the method's always the same. It's drugs. Because around here, it's a good place to live if you've already built your life. But for someone growing up, it's not, because there's nothing here. All you dream about is getting out. Getting out to California, getting out to LA, getting out to New York. And when people don't get out of this town, they feel like they've let themselves down, so they just give up. I mean, they just give up on themselves and their dreams. They just don't care anymore. They say, hey, I fucked my chance up. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't do that. Don't give up on yourself. I mean, what's the point in giving up? Look at it this way. You're gonna live anyway. So why not try to make your life better? You don't have to be miserable. And I realize that now. People want you to be miserable because they can't be happy. But you can't keep playing your role in their game. You've got to wake up and you've got to realize that your life is in your hands. And sometimes it's hard to realize that. But until you do, you can't take charge. We blame everything. We blame our families. We blame God. We blame society. We blame life in general. But one day you wake up and you realize that it's been in your hands the whole time. You make your own destiny. You make your own decisions. And only you can change your life. Someone told that to me recently. I'd heard it all my life, but I never actually realized it. And now I see the factors. I see the truth. Because you can find happiness. I'm not saying I found it, but God damn it, I'm trying to. And as long as you're trying, I think that's all that matters. Don't you?